Hello, beautiful creatures of the world, and welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. This is video 2 today. Getting off my deathbed and doing more videos today. It is now snowing in the far north of Maine up along the Canadian border. If you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. We tell you guys this all the time. Just wait a minute. It's going to change. And literally, within seconds, it has changed. I was trying to make myself some dry toast to settle the stomach virus down. And I turn around, look out the window. There it is. Snowstorm. Ladies and gentlemen, I have whatever is going around the crown of Maine. I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. I hope it's nice and warm and sunny. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you are healthy. I hope you're having a day filled with fabulosity and dang good coffee, because you're going to need dang good coffee. The world's a dumpster fire. People are crazy. I made people mad on today's first video. It was a video about who really banned TikTok, and people didn't like what they heard. I'll link that video in the description box below, and you can get mad too. People do not understand Red Note. They're flocking out over there, but they don't understand what awaits them on Red Note, and the beginning of the video was exactly what's going to await them, or what is awaiting them on Red Note, and they all mad at me now. I didn't make the rules. I don't own the Red Note app. I didn't make the rules. Complain to the Chinese company out of Shanghai that I can't pronounce their name, so I'm not even going to try, because then I'm going to be accused of being racist. I love it when reality smacks people upside the head, honestly. It's just, I live for it sometimes. So everybody's mad at me over that video. Because, you know, they didn't know. They watched my video. They were told this. What? Red Note bans. You see, ladies and gentlemen, TikTokers, young people of the world, most countries don't have the culture that we have. Most countries are not accepting like we are. American society is sometimes too accepting of things. When you go to a different country, you have to abide by their culture, whether y'all like it or not. Y'all going to be abiding by the Chinese culture on Red Note. So we have a bunch of liberals. They're flocking on over there. Ooh, this is going to be great. Now they're finding out. Now they're finding out that there are not 92 genders. Now they're finding out about orientation. What a lot of communist countries don't allow. You get gulagged for that stuff. If you're going to play on their system, you're going to play by their game. So we have some almost former TikTokers over on that Red Note. They downloaded everything and they all mad. They're going to change it. Yeah. Anywho, in a holla, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world. It is a wild, wild week. It's going to be a wild, wild weekend as we lead up to the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump. Glorious day. There are glorious days ahead of us. There are hard days ahead of us. This is just, I'm going to show you just a fraction of the news cycle that I'm trying to get through today. See all them little notes? Those are ills in the world that I want to talk about one day. Every single day, I put up new ones because some of them fall out of favor in the news cycle. So every single day, I'm replacing some, I'm taking them down, I'm replacing all of them, I'm adding rows, and every single time I do a video on the sticky note, The sticky note comes up and a new one gets put in its place within seconds. And this is not how YouTube used to be. Absolutely not how YouTube used to be. There's a lot of things going on in the world. But on January 20th, the day after the TikTok ban goes into effect, on January 20th, another monumental and glorious happening will be upon us, and that is the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump. For those of you who wonder why I call him President-elect, is because every time I don't put the word elect in, YouTube puts a notation on my videos to explain to me that he is the elect, not the president, until after the inauguration. Did you see? The FDA is now starting to pull certain dyes, red dye number 3 specifically, from the food, trying to get ahead of the Bobby Kennedy Jr. effect. Change is afoot, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world. Things are starting to happen. Now, there'll be good things that happen and not good things that happen. I think it's brilliant that the FDA is now pulling red dye number 3. Of course, they are giving companies who use red dye number 3 till 2027 to fix the issue. They have to stop using red dye number 3 by 2027. But it's something. It's a direction. We saw Mark Zuckerberg go from super liberal to try to be big old MAGA man within the last few weeks. There is also, for those of you who need to know, there is also a big surgence of H5N1 going on and HMPV. I have a couple videos on these subjects, so I'm going to link that in the description box below. But it is the issues are rising in the country. Still, the CDC says don't worry about it. It's okay. We're still at okay levels. And when you look at what's going on globally, especially in the most talked about country on the internet, China, we're seeing a lot of reports coming out that there is a lot of rising illness in China right now. A lot of H5N1. They're still having problems with their emergency rooms being overwhelmed. And so these are things that you might want to be Googling. You might want to be typing in the search bar on the YouTube, see who's making extended videos of these happenings. I don't want to talk about it because my stomach does not have a toleration for it today. So after President-elect Donald Trump gets sworn in on Inauguration Day, he promises to tell us about the drones. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I'm still rooting for the aliens. I'm still rooting for the aliens, absolutely. 2024, my husband and I did bingo. And I just needed the aliens. And when the drones came out, I was like, oh, yes, I'm going to get the aliens. Please let me get the aliens. I didn't get the aliens because Joe Biden doesn't want us to know what's going on in the world, in our country with the drones. Just the other day, Germany announced that if any drones go over any more of their military bases or their nuclear power sites or anything like that, that is infrastructure for the country of Germany, they're going to shoot them down. They don't care who the hell they are. They don't care if they are aliens. They don't care if they are a foreign adversary. The drones fly over their important infrastructure in Germany. They're going to take them out, and they ain't waiting for Donald Trump to tell them what they are. It's just done. Everybody's fed up and had it. It's just absolutely crazy. But I still am pushing and rooting for aliens. Wouldn't that be gas? There's aliens, interdimensional travelers. I'm really hoping that is the case because the other alternatives really suck. The other alternatives are the drones might have been a foreign adversary or might be a foreign adversary. The other possibility is that they're our own damn government. That's scary in and of itself. I never thought I'd live in a time where people would be afraid in the United States of their own government. I never imagined this for my life. And I imagined a lot of weird conspiracy theories, but I never imagined a point where there was a big battle in our own country for freedom against socialism. I never thought that people in our country, their minds would devolve into mush. But they're going to find out if they try to get out that red note. They're going to find out exactly what science and the CCP has to say about that nonsense. That's not allowed. It's not allowed in any of those countries like that. Communist countries. You get punished for that stuff. Well, maybe the TikTok defectors will understand after they've had a dose of American culture does not flow through the rest of the world. It is unique. It is ours. And it is a hell of a lot more tolerant than people claim it is. That's why if the drones are our own government, that's what scares me. Because we do live in a country of toleration. We do live in a country of acceptance. Now, there are people that say we don't. They be wrong. They be wrong. You're not being jailed. You're not being executed for your beliefs like they do in foreign countries. But see, nobody thinks about that because Americans also don't have a lot of world experience. We live in a bubble. And that bubble sometimes facilitates a fantasy world in our minds. What goes on here goes on everywhere. There's a reason why people from all over the world legitimately are flocking here to our country. And I hope all the people that have defected to Red Note find out very quickly that there is no place and no toleration. And that people who come here seeking freedom not only are coming here to seek economic freedom, the people that do it the right way, they are coming here to seek asylum. They're coming here generally to seek asylum because in their country, they'd be in jail for their thoughts and beliefs. We're not there yet. We could get there. We're just not there yet. And I don't think we'll ever be there because although the uber liberal left is always screaming, tolerate me. You must tolerate me. You don't tolerate me. They are well tolerated. Go to China and say that. Go to Russia and say that. Go to Turkey and say that. Go to Iran and say that. Go to Iraq and say that. Go to Libya and say that. Go to Gaza and say that. Go to Israel and say that. You will not be tolerated. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world. Although I'm in hot water with the young people, I have to say, when you are the elder and you have wisdom, you must impart this upon the younger generation. A lot of people out here that are looking for their purpose. This is your purpose. Your purpose is to care for and nurture the developing minds of the youth of our country. That's your purpose. When they tell you, sit up and shut down, old lady, the flip-flop. Take off the flip-flop. It's about time. We're going to see a lot of ups and downs coming up in 2025. We're going to see a lot of ups and downs happening in the next week or so. And when Red Note finally reveals itself to the young TikTokers that know everything because of their lived experience. How the hell does a 12-year-old have a lived experience? I would like to know. I hear it all the time. This is my lived experience. Your lived experience is going to junior high school, middle school. Sit there with your mouth shut. Do not be talking to Sally behind you. Your lived experience is your news in a school book. Get on the bus and come home. That's your lived experience. Go outside and play. That's your lived experience. Not telling people who have raised children and are raising grandchildren what to do, what to say, what to think, what to tolerate. Well, y'all find out, won't you? Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, moms and dads, guide your children. Instill the proper moral values and ideals upon them. Don't let other countries raise your kids. Don't let other people raise your kids. Don't let the school raise your kids. Above all, seize your day. Carpe diem, beautiful creatures of the world. Because no one promised you a tomorrow.